Right. Hopefully, Sansa don't get upset with the stream this time.
Well, if they're banned you from live stream, you're going to be in trouble, ain't you?
Yeah, that would not be good. Right.
It wouldn't be the end of your rugby channel, though, would it?
Oh, if you get enough copyright strikes, your channel gets deleted. So it would not be.
They know your position, though.
We will see. We will see. Right. Highlanders and Crusaders. Dwayne, how's it going, man? How is it going? Super Rugby Aotearoa is only like 5 minutes away. How is everybody doing? Predictions. Where's everyone watching from? Darmundi, how's it going? Bowden the King says, go Blues tomorrow. Tomorrow, go Blues. Today, it's go Highlanders. Darmundi, full weekend of rugby is right. At the very least, I've got Highlanders, Crusaders, then the 2 Super Rugby AU games today and tomorrow, and one more Super Rugby Aotearoa game tomorrow, and then 2 games of the Six Nations at the weekend. It's full on. There's other games on as well, but that's what we'll go with. Gaza is here as well. Who's this guy, Newell? Have I seen him before?
Oh, he's from the Canterbury Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen him before. Plays for the Mitre 10 Cup team.
Yeah. From Germany, it says the Crusaders will do it by 8.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
7
makes
or 8.
sense. Dwayne says 45-39 to Tony Brown. Simon, yes, I left the title a wee bit vague just in case I get Sansa's lawyers on me or their copyright enforcement people. Sam. Yeah, there doesn't seem to have been a deal worked out in the US. The closest suggestion I've got is get a VPN and jump on the Aussie service Stan because they do a month-long free trial. So you can try it and see if it works. Leo, man, how's it going? What time is it up in Scotland where you are, bro? It's the stupidest thing they're doing to me. I mean, Simon, I could have risked it. But I figured I will just play it safe because there's a full weekend of rugby ahead. Maybe I'll try one of the other games later to see if I can call it, like, you know, Blues versus Hurricanes, but I don't want to take any chances. No chances. Kind of question asking Geza, have I seen him before? Feels like a question I've asked my parents. You can still ask him, yeah. He certainly watches a lot more Mitre 10 Cup than I do, so he probably knows a lot of the depth guys really well compared to me for sure. Liam, man, how is it going? Sansa still finds some flimsy excuse to copyright this one. God, I hope not, man. I hope not. I've got the volume low. They've got an ambiguous title. Hopefully we're golden. And Sam, yeah, give it a crack and see if it works. Victor, how are you, man? From France. Hope things are going well, despite the news about the French team not getting the game this morning. Well, not this morning. Yesterday it was. Just gone 6 a.m. It's a school day. You're going to get up for this. Good, man. 6 a.m. is not too bad. It's just doable. For a man your age, for a lad your age, maybe that's a bit tough, but I've got kids, so 6 a.m. is pretty doable. Big V8 show. Do you have coverage in Hong Kong, man? Do you have coverage in Hong Kong? Whoa, are we doing some kind of haka to start the games?
The Highlanders, yeah.
That's interesting. They're doing Haotoa Kia Toa. The Highlanders haka. Interesting. RugbyPass is asking me to shell out $39 US on top of my subscription for Super Rugby Aotearoa. Yeah, how many games do you get for that? You'd have to watch every game to make it worth your while. But hopefully these are going to be good games. What can I say?
Ash Dixon's leading it.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
I never expected that.
Nah, I guess it's also a part of the getting it to be a proper Aotearoa competition, I guess.
Yeah.
Love the title. Nov Mum, yes, I kept it ambiguous. What can I say? Big Viet Show is not keen on $39 extra. I'm sure there are alternatives if you are willing to look. Yeah, it's a bit of a rip, isn't it? Go the Highlanders, says Nice Food Takeaways. Yep. Go the Highlanders. I still can't find my bloody. I'm going to need to tidy up. There's a big bomb site around here of jerseys and hats and stuff.
James Dolman, Brendan Tickle.
Ben O'Keefe, eh? Gaz's favourite ref.
Oh, he's average.
It worked. Sam, well done, man. That was quick. You got that set up remarkably quickly.
This will be a close game.
Yeah. Not really keen on having a haka at provincial club matches. Maybe if it's just the first one. If they do it every week, it might get a bit old.
I think...
Whoa, the crowd looks pretty decent.
If I think back in history, they've had something like this before, Mark. Highlanders.
Might have. Game is underway. We've got kickoff. I'll give you the 10-second marker in a second. Clock is at 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where we're at. So weird seeing a non-social distance crowd, or a crowd of any kind. I know, but it hopefully will make the atmosphere a bit better, because games in front of no crowds just don't have the same feeling, do they? Even if it's a local game with someone's mum yelling at them, it still sounds better than absolute silence.
Penalty. What the hell was that for?
Understanding the RugbyPass is that you have a separate package from existing packages and you can't Chromecast it. Yeah, it seems like a bit of a last minute, bit of an ordinary service, but if you can get it, it's preferable to not being able to get it, I would say.
At all.
Yeah. Hachi Barnes has just joined. Gaza in the background. Yes, Gaza is here. Who are you picking, Gaza? You're picking the Crusaders?
Yeah, by 7 or 8.
7 or 8 to the Crusaders. There you go. Oh, yeah. Cody Taylor changed his line. First
I like Tony
penalty.
Brown as a coach.
Yeah, Tony Brown's good.
Okay, we go.
Line out to the Highlanders early. It's like 6 metres out. They're going to maul it. It's going backwards. There's a bit of handbags. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, Dixon and Christie.
Holy moly.
and
That's... Was that Moody?
Yeah. Oh, no, I think it was Christie. Or was it Moody?
Looks like Moody.
Oh, I thought it was 7.
What has Moody is... Well,
Moody
the TMO's
and,
got to have a look at that. There were hands flying everywhere.
Moody, yeah, I thought it was Christie.
Jordan, man, how's it going? How's your mum?
Go, Jordan.
I'd get it if they threw in Super Rugby AU. Yeah, fair enough. But it seems there's no broadcast partner in Asia or Europe. No, not yet. Yeah, what was up with Moody? He pushes them. They're grabbing jerseys.
Josh Dixon. Ooh.
Lots of open fist, open palm.
And then Malanga was trying to break it up.
Sumo style shoving.
Yo, look at that. Moody got pissed off. A lot of slapping.
He's been, so you could get carded for that. Maybe not red with the open hands, but he could certainly get yellow carded, or they gave away a penalty anyway.
You reckon Dixon did something to him?
Maybe. Gives him a big...
Oh, no, it's not Dixon, it's Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
The Irish lock.
Gives him a big shove on the head. Yeah.
Oh, Moody got really upset with him.
Potential foul play, so they are having a look at it.
Could be yellow here. I think he's called the captains together.
Remember, if he does go red, it's 20 minutes red. But that's 2 minutes into a game. That's brain meltdown.
He's talking to the captains.
Yeah. Push and shoving. Glad to hear about your mum, bro, Jordan.
He's just laying down the law now.
Ref tells them to just sort their stuff out, to calm down.
Yeah.
Probably sensible, but man.
He wasn't punching him, he was slapping him.
Slapping him or shoving him, but yeah, not a good look.
The Irishman, eh? Upset the All Black prop.
Yeah. YOLO, man, I am good. Thank you. Tyler and Moore in the first 2 minutes. I know, man. What's going on? Novmum's got the Highlanders by 10. Goodness me. Home advantage, huh?
Easy going, man.
My Super Brew says Crusaders by 13, but my heart screams Highlanders by anything. Yeah. I'd like to see the Highlanders get a win, man. The competition would do well for them kicking off things with a bang. But the Crusaders are going to make every minute of it tough.
Oh,
they've lost it.
They've lost it.
Crusaders are going to run it back at them. Seven Reese has just left someone for dead.
No.
Oh, out on the
He kicked
full?
it out.
Or was he inside his 22?
How'd they win that?
He strikes him in the head. Surely that's a red. I think it's because he had an open
Open hand.
so it won't count as like a proper strike with force or anything. But if you're a stricter ref, you could certainly give it a
He was
card.
just slapping him. He could have given him a yellow. But I think he just wants everyone to calm down and play the game.
Yeah. Man, more penalties.
They get penalised a lot, the
They
Crusaders.
do. They're the most penalised side for sure. How many cards will be shown in this year's comp? A lot. A lot, sweet ass. A lot.
Do they get penalised more than the Aussie teams, the Crusaders? I think they might.
Maybe. The Aussie teams last week had a ton of penalties as well.
Yeah, I know. They got a ton of ton of yellow cards in their pre-season game. They got 4.
Darren Windy's got Crusaders by 7. Fair call. YOLO's got Crusaders by 11. But would like to see the Highlanders beat them for a change. I can't even remember what I picked it by, man. What did I pick the Crusaders by? I know I picked the Crusaders, that's for sure. Definitely picked the Crusaders. Unrelated, but anyone knows how screwed the Hurricanes seem to be for halfbacks? Yeah. The Hurricanes have got a good squad, but I'm not convinced by their 9-10 combo. Jackson, Garden, Bishop, and Talmatene. It's like, okay. It's nothing too flash. And Tony Brown, I believe. Indeed. Tony Brown. Why is my Super Bowl always so slow?
Jackson Garden Bishop, I reckon he's about the 7th best first 5 in the country. I think we've got a lot of guys ahead of him.
He'd be
Guys
below.
like Gatlin and Truss, they're way ahead of him.
He'd be below Teddy Black as well.
Hunt and Ione, they're ahead of him.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah, I'd say so.
He seems to be, to me, Mark, a guy, he either has a really good game or he has a really average game. Would I be right?
Yeah, probably. Big scrum from the Crusaders.
Yep.
They've just won a penalty, so that'll take a bit of the pressure off. They really turned the screws there, man. Big time. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
They just got massacred there at the scrum. Jeez. That's ominous.
I see Mike Alatoa's going overseas next year.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
I don't know. I just read it in the rugby news that he's going over. Don't know yet. Probably Japan.
What the hell are the Canes meant to do if Garden Bishop gets... I guess Geordie?
Well, here we go.
Geordie could play 10.
Yeah, he's the cover tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fletcher Smith's in Japan now too, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That's a statement, all right, man. Liam.
Look out. That's out. Lester Nicker, he's blooming strong, isn't he?
Yes. Paddy Parkinson, I believe, is still injured, mate.
Yeah, he's still injured. He's back about April.
Yeah, he got injured last season, so...
He's training.
Yeah.
He's training. He's just got to get match fit.
Yeah.
He's good.
He is very good.
I think he had an operation on his ankle.
Yes, that's right.
Quentin Strange is back.
That's right.
He's on the bench tonight.
Right, who did I pick? Definitely the Crusaders. I picked the Crusaders by 13, so I was optimistic based on the current form of the game. We'll see.
We'll see.
Crowd's good. I'm really pleased with the crowd. Especially the zoo, which is all full of uni students. Better scrum this time from the Highlanders on the Crusaders feed though. Oh, no, it's going forward. They got advantage. Crusaders are 2 from 2 with scrum penalties. What's going on, people? Highlanders by 12, says Johnny. Goodness me. They would take by 1, but by 12 would be a party.
Everyone's getting too excited, I think, Mark.
Rando. Strike, it's resolved, man. Yeah, I contacted them and they withdrew the strike. Thank goodness. But I'm not taking my chances. This stream is a pretty vague title. What can I say?
You don't want to lose it. You don't want to aggravate the big boys.
No. Keep out of the sights. Keep out of the crosshairs of the big boys.
The big boys have got power and money.
Yeah, Parkinson will be back, Leo, so...
About 6 weeks, they reckon.
Yeah, so towards the tail end of the competition, really. Here's trouble. Crusaders' first trip down into the Highlanders 22.
Oh. Tackle.
Whitelock was looking for an offload. Bryn Hall, big pass, intercepted by Alemalo. What an intercept. Oof.
Gee, I thought they were going to score then.
Yeah. Wow.
Penalty.
Hell of an intercept, man. Alemalo just stopped a sure try there. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy.
Have Australia got the same rule as us, 20 minutes for a red card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
They're going
difference
to just send another player on, eh?
Yeah. They've got the 50-22, 22-50, which we don't have.
Yeah, I saw that.
Goal
They've got
line-
the league version.
Goal line dropout's the same. Red card's the same. I'm trying to think if there's any
Most
other
of it's the
differences.
same.
Most of it's the same, yeah.
How did they miss that?
Big pass.
Oh.
He was looking for Reese out on that wing.
Well done, Solomon.
Yeah, good intercept. Do you know anything about Cole Forbes? He's been signed for Glasgow yesterday. I've never seen him play. Who's Cole Forbes, Gazza?
Who?
Cole, C-O-L-E, Forbes, like the Forbes magazine.
No, I don't know.
Me neither.
You'd have to Google them, I think.
Crazy. How's it going, man? Super Rugby not being broadcast in the USA anymore. It used to be on ESPN. I haven't seen a deal agreed yet, mate. It seems like North America is without a deal at the moment.
They got no rugby at the moment, eh?
Yeah, but they used to show this game on ESPN, but it's not at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm reliably informed that a VPN plus using Stan, which is the Aussie streaming service, which comes with a month-long free trial, apparently that works if you're looking to stream it. So, just by the by. Oh, AU doesn't have the captain's call. That's true. That's true, Daramundi. Good call.
They haven't got the captain's call.
No, that's unique to Super Rugby Aotearoa.
Oh, well, they're trying a few things.
First 10 minutes, crowds making massive difference. You feel like the guys are pretty G'd up, eh? Definitely. Crowd factor. Real broadcast. I'm pretty sure ESPN will get it, but the negotiations just seem to be taking their time.
Forever.
Yeah. From what I read, Sanzar likes to bundle the deals, so Super Rugby with Mitre 10 Cup, with Curry Cup, that kind of stuff. But because of the separation, they're having a bit more difficulty with that kind of thing. And companies are less likely to bid for it with COVID just because you never know when games are going to get called off. So if you bid a big bid and you don't get the games you initially planned, then yeah, it's not a good look.
Oh, don't kick it back to them.
What was Bryn Hall
This is
thinking?
where they're dangerous.
Bryn Hall was being ambitious. No worries, EGC, man. Give it a crack. Someone else told me it worked. A couple of people told me it worked, so it's worth a try anyway. Salamalo with the Highlanders. Yes. Yeah, he left the Chiefs. And, yeah, Novmum's right, Scott. The Highlanders are from Dunedin. Bay of Plenty is where we've got him from. He was an All Blacks under-20s fullback.
Look out, look out. There's a
Oh,
try.
bro, what happened there? I took my eyes off the screen. How the hell is Cody Taylor under the
Cody
sticks?
Taylor ran about 45 metres.
What happened there? I'll need to see the replay.
He went through the middle and the back line. Watch the replay.
Goodness me, what happened? Crusaders have just scored. Doesn't look like there's going to be a captain's challenge.
Watch this, Mark. Here we go.
Mounga, inside ball from Whitelock, and he's just through the gap, man. That's way too easy. That's atrocious. Who does he beat there?
Look at that one, two.
Between Dixon and Mikaele Tu'u.
He's quite fast for a hooker, isn't he?
Yeah, man. Inside ball, Whitelock. Man. He does have some pretty good wheels, old Cody Taylor. Are they trialling the red card resubbing down there? Andrew, yes they are. The 20-minute red card is a thing down here. We had it last season as well, but I don't think we had any red cards last year in our competition. I could be wrong.
That's a good try.
It was.
I think they might have scrum dominance on them, Mark.
Big time. Do you think the Springboks will join the Six Nations next year? Nah, man, they signed on to stay with...
no, with us.
With us. They signed a contract for the next, I forget how many years, but they've
5 years?
Something like that. They've stayed with the Rugby Championship. That's confirmed.
Oh, go Josh.
European rugby is on Peacock in the US. Still trying to work out who has the Southern Hemisphere rugby. Apparently nobody yet. Nobody's got it yet. That's still in negotiations. We're almost 15 minutes gone. Highlanders have had some pretty good play, but nothing to show for it. Not even a penalty. Congratulations on Dan Carter, an incredible career as a rugby player. Greatest, one of the greatest Woods ever saw, quite a void. Yeah, there's not been one quite like him.
The guy from New South Wales got a red card last week. They replaced him after 20 minutes, didn't
That's
they?
right, Parise.
Yeah.
That's right.
He got banned for what, how many games?
Three, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he got hit by Supersport with a strike. It was by Sansa that hit me with a copyright strike, and yeah, they retracted it, Alex. So thank you. It was a bit annoying, but yeah, that's why my today's video title is a bit vague.
How come they haven't told you off earlier? I can't understand.
The Springboks and the national team is staying in Rugby Championship, but their Super Rugby teams are going to the Pro 14. So it's still a split, but it's kind of best of both worlds one where they keep one.
Is that from
they
this
keep
year
the
or
other.
next year?
I think from this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, James, I know it's still not on ESPN. It's painful.
Look out.
Whoa. Oh, I thought that was the ugliest kick I'd ever seen, but it worked. Oh my goodness, the Crusaders have just scored again. The Crusaders have just scored again. Oh my. There's a Highlanders kid leaning on the barricade over there, and he's got his head in his hands. Oh my. What is going on there? What is going on?
Oh, you watch the replay.
They just get it out wide to Reese.
Reese.
He puts the hammer down, then he puts this ugly cross kick, but it's actually a brilliant one.
Who scored it, Bryn Hall?
Bryn Hall, yeah.
Oh, God, what's happening here?
Oh, man. Crazy. James, what I've heard is a VPN, if you've got one, and then jump on Stan, which is the Aussie broadcaster. They've got a 1 month free trial, so you can try that as my only recommendation, seeing as there's no official way to get it done. That poor kid, that's right. Caught in two minds about paying for New Zealand rugby. I'm in Sydney. RugbyPass, $50 for all New Zealand games. Not too bad, Stan.
They're making this look a bit easy, aren't they?
At least Stan gets the AU games and some other games, I think.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is too easy. I'll update the whiteboard in a second. Right.
Come on, Highlanders, get a blimmin' try.
Never thought YouTube would become that cutthroat, where they strike you for putting a title. I know, man. I know. I thought it was a bit of a joke myself, because I make a point of not showing any footage, of not playing the audio, although I have once had the audio removed on a Facebook stream, so yeah. 18 minutes gone, it's 14 minutes. The Crusaders are almost point a minute, people. James, man, give it a try. Other people have told me it works, so yeah, give it a try.
Come on. Back him up, back him up.
Why are the Crusaders so good? I don't know, man. The Crusaders are brutal. Crusaders make me feel like the Australian cricket team of the 2000s, just so damn good. I know. And you want them to lose. I always wanted the Aussies to lose at cricket. What can I say?
Are they going to take a shot?
Dawson from South African Rugby and said they're trying to do the Rainbow Cup before the Pro 14. Yeah. They need the Rainbow Cup to get warmed up for the competition. Yeah. RugbyPass, $50 extra or 2 cents rugby for live commentary for free will suffice for the first round. All good, man. All good. No worries, James, man. Hope it works. Hope it works. How the algorithm works. Yeah, I don't even know why they would have banned it when I'm not showing any footage, but gone a bit more careful this week. We don't have rugby like this in Europe. It's a misery. How far we are. So far, this looks like it could be pretty one-sided. So we need the Highlanders to score, man. Otherwise, this game could become a bit of a misery as well. Nobody wants to see the Highlanders get an 80-minute shellacking. Ethan, man, how's it going? It's 14-0, Ethan.
Ethan Blacker.
Ethan's got a Hurricanes logo, so I think he's a Hurricanes man.
Ah, come on.
They're playing advantage. They're playing advantage.
Mika too's having a good game.
He missed that tackle, though, on Taylor. Oh, they've knocked it on.
Dixon.
GM's showing quite a few of the Aussie games on terrestrial TV. Yeah, man, that's a good part of their broadcast deal. Is some games free to air. South African Prep Tournament tomorrow, starting tomorrow. There's one game on Sky. Hey. New Zealand Lions v Pumas at 6 a.m. Okay, I might see if I can catch it. If I don't sleep in. Ethan, what a start from the Crusaders indeed. The Landers need a score, says Liam, and Liam is right. The next team to be on the board needs to be the Highlanders.
Keith's doing his nut at the Crusaders.
Yeah.
They might be going to face a yellow if they're not careful.
Let's go Highlanders, even though I'm from Christchurch. Relaxing noob. Well, what are you saying? You don't back the Crusaders? From Christchurch, that doesn't make sense.
Come on, Mitch, put it out.
They're not going for threes. Well, thank goodness ESPN has the stats for this one, if not the broadcast. Are you going to go to the Chiefs versus the Blues in Hamilton, Knockmum? Maybe. I will see. I've done it a couple of times before. I will have to see. How do you feel about the new jerseys, and what's your favourite Super Rugby jersey of all time? These jerseys, at least the home ones, look pretty much the same as last year, but the away ones, they have changed up. They look better than last year, but pretty bland.
They got rid of that green.
They got rid of the greeny blue stuff, and they've changed it to white. White's inoffensive and doesn't clash, but there's not really many jersey clashes, so it's just more of a moneymaker.
It's better than green.
Yeah. Highlanders have got advantage again. I don't know how many penalties.
Just take the shot, man.
I feel like, there has to be a card, man. There's been just too many penalties.
Here we go.
Had to be. There had to be a card.
Who's getting it?
Penalty count's just too high.
Who's getting it?
Is that Blackadder? Ethan, yellow card for you, sir.
He got a sin bin last week too.
Oh, really?
He got one on the trial game against the Blues.
Right.
How come they get penalised so much?
Thoughts on standby on the rights, Dylan? So far, they seem to be doing a good job. Good to hear, James. I'm glad that worked, man. Very glad it worked.
Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash.
Not a problem. Most welcome. Ethan, I'm watching. I'm at 23:05. Crusaders have just got a yellow card. It's 14-0. Ethan Blackadder's gone off. That was like their 7th or 8th penalty, so that's a lot of penalties for 20-odd minutes of rugby.
God.
But the Highlanders are mauling it,
God.
and that's not a good idea. I would have hoped for some Tony Brown special set-piece move rather than a maul.
Yep, out. Get it out. Get it out.
Because the Crusaders' maul defence is among the best in the world for a
what are they doing?
franchise team.
Cross
kick.
Come on, score a try.
Oh, no. Just joining in the hate of the Crusaders. Nice one. You're a bit delayed. You're at 22 minutes. You can pause me for the time difference if you want, if I'm dropping spoilers on you. Newton, RugbyPass has these games in some territories, but it's an additional sign-up fee apparently. If you already had a RugbyPass account, you need to pay extra 30, 40 bucks American to get the Super Rugby Aotearoa games. It's a separate...
You don't need it though, do you?
Nah, got it here.
Yeah. Is it just something they've set up at the last minute?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you get on with RugbyPass or what, son?
Oh, I've stopped using it.
Have you?
Yeah, just use Sky. Who has better rugby knowledge, me or the old man? He's definitely got better knowledge, probably of the teams down here. I would say I'll probably beat him on the European teams since I've been watching a lot more European games. He watches more Mitre 10 than I do. And certainly historical stuff, this man. So, yeah, his rugby brain's pretty broad in its knowledge.
And a bit of Australian stuff.
I think Stan should give me the commission. I know, right? I should be selling Stan stuff. ESPN, Javier, I know. I don't know what's going on with ESPN. I thought they had the rights in some of South America, though. Three and a half minutes of the yellow card is already done. Highlanders have managed to score nothing. They've not even looked like it, but they do have a scrum about 6 metres out from the Crusaders' line. Tell me Tony Brown's got some kind of slick set play.
I'm not going to beat them in the forwards.
Nah, they keep smashing up against that Crusaders' brick wall. Not a good idea.
There we go.
Mika Elitu runs into the Crusaders' defenders. They go back blindside. There you go. Try time, Highlanders. Well done. Frizzell gets the try.
That was their best move.
Yep. That was clearly a set play. Remember, Ethan Blake had us in the burn as well, so the Crusaders were short one Lucy. They're never going to stop Shannon Frizzell from there. Great try. Seriously needed that, Liam. I agree. Yellow card period 5-0. Indeed. Hate for the Crusaders is real, not as much as my hatred for the Smurfs of Leinster, but something I know all too well. Yes, mate, I am aware. You hate a team in blue. A lot of us root against that team in red. Honestly, they just win too much. And I don't hate them for it because you can't. They're just too good, man. It's just everyone else needs to get better. I guess it's like Ferrari back in the days of like Formula One, right? They were just so good that it almost got frustrating when they would win all the time. But other teams need to get better. And Hunt has missed the conversion.
It was a hard one.
Yeah. Well, it's points on the board. We'll take that. Who does my old man support? He supports the Blues. He's a proper Auckland man.
Blues, Chiefs.
How can you hate that kick assist from Reese?
Blues,
Exactly,
Chiefs,
Ben. You can't hate
Hurricanes,
it.
Crusaders in that order.
You can't hate it, Ben. It's just magnificent. What can you say? Alex, man, cheers. I will open my next beer. Thank you, sir. Come on, Highlanders. We need the Hask right now. It's almost easy to forget that James Haskell played for the Highlanders for a season. Thank you kindly, Alex, brother. I'm on the Tui. It's actually Gary's beer. What can I say? I pinched it. You don't mind, do you, Gizza?
You usually buy it, don't you?
Yeah, I drank it all.
Oh, did you?
I drank it all. I didn't go shopping yesterday. I drank all the beer.
What'd you have? What were the cans?
Oh, it was some Chinese beer that was on special, but it wasn't very good.
Was it
Pretty
light
average.
or...
Yeah, it was pretty weak, to be honest. Crusaders got this game and the title, says Alex. They are looking like a team to beat, man. What can you say? Ruben, man, how's it going? He's at work. How's work going? Hope the weather's good. Caleb, yeah, man, the kick did not go over. Mitch Hunt pulled it left. It is Tui yellow. What can I say?
Dallas McLeod.
Game time, Ben. I'm at 29:30, and the Crusaders have just knocked it on. Get on the scotch. Oof. That might be tough. What's the greatest Super Rugby final ever? The Waratahs win against the Crusaders was pretty good. That was a tight one that was decided.
Yeah, that was good.
That was decided at the death with a Bernard Foley kick.
When Michael Checker was...
Yeah, when Chex was coach, they finished it right at the death. Richie McCaw got penalised, and I think
that's right,
the
I remember
ref
that.
the ref later said that it was actually a mistake to penalise him.
They should have really won that.
Yeah. Ruben says he hopes you are well, Geza.
Yeah. Have you told them your M-O-V-I-N-G?
Nah, not yet, but I'm sure they can spell.
Oh, yeah.
Crusaders win in Joburg. Wasn't that the one where Crocker Smith got red carded though? Brumbies v Crusaders 2004. Chiefs Brumbies with a comeback.
That Blimmin' Brumbies team.
Oh, Ruben, that Bulls, Bulls Sharks one, that was a classic. The Sharks threw that one away. That's horrendous.
Those Brumbies Crusader games used to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
When Larkham and Gregan were playing.
That's true.
And Roth and all those guys.
That's right.
They were real good.
First New Zealand club game I've caught in a long time, with it being available on RugbyPass in Ireland. Indeed, man. Yeah, man. We've been waiting for this game for bloody ages. First game of the season. There's a decent crowd there. Intensity's been pretty high. A few too many penalties. We haven't seen much of the new laws yet, though, with the goal line dropout, with the captain's challenge, and whatnot. The fog final. Oh, man, the fog final. That was Hurricanes Crusaders, eh? You couldn't see a bloody thing.
That was a terrible game, that fog final.
Yeah, I know, disgraceful.
They should have called it off.
Crusaders Blues 98.
Pass it, pass it, pass it, pass it. Oh no, you should have
Left
passed
it too late.
it.
He needed to pass the first or the second time.
Mikatui, should have passed it, man.
Kaylee Tu'u. Greg, mate. Thank you, sir. Hope you're doing good as well.
Oh, I think he
Appreciate it, brother.
I think he didn't pass it because they were covered.
Yeah, maybe. Thank you, man.
There's Tony Brown.
Where am I moving, Ruben? To another place.
Shane Christie.
Should have passed it, says Liam, shaking his head. Agree. He should have passed it, but...
Blackadder must be back soon.
Yeah, I think he must be back pretty much now, eh?
He's still on the beach, I think.
Could only see the scoreboard change on your TV screen. Can you see that? Surely not.
Oh, here he comes. The official's going to put him on in a minute.
Is there a team that is the most popular in New Zealand, or does it depend on the region? Good question, Lautaro.
Penalise the Highlanders.
Right. I would say if you looked at social media, who's got the most followers, I would say probably the Blues. They're probably the biggest team. But that's just because Auckland's the biggest, like the most populated area. So there's probably not one team that's, I mean, certainly by success, it's the Crusaders by a mile.
Get it out, Solomon. Back him up. Back him up.
Talking about the fog final, yeah. That game was crazy. France would have struggled big time with Scotland without many of the big names if that game was played. Yeah, I think they've kind of got off. I'm doing a video on that. I've recorded it. I didn't have time to upload it.
Reece has got the ball.
Reece has been a bit of a live wire so far this game.
He's got the ball twice off the opposition.
Yeah.
Hunt him down, hunt him down. Hunt him down.
Tom, I'm watching this one on Sky. Sky New Zealand rather than Sky UK. And Reece.
Oh, he's dangerous, isn't he?
Oh, Reece is making people look stupid today. Reece is back in his best form.
He is. He's everywhere.
He is, man. His steps are just making people look absolutely mental. But
lucky they got penalised.
Highlanders have won a good turnover. Whoa. Blues have the third most followers on Instagram. Crusaders second. Hurricanes the most. What about Facebook? A lot of rugby fans are Facebook age rather than Instagram age. Takes a pretty good attendance for a club rugby game because the atmosphere sounds good. It could just get them used to the Pro 14. Dean, I would say this crowd is definitely bigger than a usual crowd for the Highlanders in Super Rugby. The Crusaders are their regional rivals, so there might be some travelling fans. And University is about to start next week, and it's a university town, Dunedin, so a lot of those people in the cheap seats at the one end would be uni students.
I think they will be a lot of them from Christchurch, students.
McCaw shouldn't have had a go at that ruck in the first place. My old man reminds you of your pops. Good man, James. France do have crazy depth. Do New Zealanders like Sevu Reece?
Here we go. Pass it. Go.
Go! Try
Come on,
time,
Adam Bishop.
Highlanders. Alex, good timing right after a try. Cheers, man. Do you think that France will manage an upset without Dupont? England looking pretty weak at the moment, so I'm 50-50.
Connor Garden Bishop. That's Jackson Garden Bishop's brother.
Ah.
Yeah.
Cheers for that, Alex, man. Appreciate it.
Good try, Mark. Nariki.
Very good try. Alex, to answer the question, I reckon I do reckon France are the business even without Dupont. Dupont puts them like A+. Without him, they're still like an A team. So, yeah, pretty good.
Good point, Nariki, eh?
Serran is like okay. I think the rest of the team can make up for the loss of Dupont. But I think they've got more depth at 10 than they do at 9, like you say. Cheers,
That's
man.
a good try. They needed that.
Much appreciated. Thank you, brother.
Let's put them back in the game.
Game on now, for sure.
Dehi Milner-Scudder on the sideline.
Is he fit or is he still injured?
Is he still injured?
I'm asking, is he fit?
Yeah, he played in their pre-season games.
Or did he?
I think he might be just been rested. Apparently he's pretty quiet in their pre-season games, Tony Brown was saying.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Where's Will Jordan? Apparently he pulled out with broken, was it cracked ribs or something?
Bruised
ribs.
possibly cracked ribs. They're going to do a scan on him. They said if it had been a final, he probably would have played.
Right.
But he hurt his ribs in that game against the Blues last week. And Havili's got concussion.
Right. He can't win that guy, can he? He missed the conversion, eh?
Yep. So that was a good try by good setup by Nariki.
Yeah. Just too much gas, eh? He's quick. Great Highlanders try, man.
He was injured last season.
It really was. Serran is still probably the second best 9 in the comp. Is he better than Youngs? Is he better than... Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because when Serran comes on, he's following up Dupont. And everybody doesn't look the same level.
Aaron Smith reckons DuPont's the best halfback in the world.
Oh, he is. He's magic, man.
He's pretty good. He's only young too, eh?
Oh, yeah. He's very, very good. He does unbelievable stuff. Praise for him. Yeah,
They're going to be a good team, that French team.
Yeah, they're already pretty good.
Remember, they won the Under-20 Championship a couple of years ago, didn't they?
That's right, and half those players are in the first team now.
Yeah. That's good for rugby, though.
It is. Do I do Super Fantasy? Nah, man, I've just done Super Tipping. Fantasy tends to get me a bit obsessive compulsive. Done it before. France have a very good chance of winning the 2023 World Cup. That's very true.
Oh, who got that?
Whoa.
Oh, look out. Back 'em up, man. Back 'em up. Blue, come on. One more try will put you ahead of these guys.
Yeah, man. Even a penalty will make it a 1-pointer.
Oh, Dixon's everywhere.
He is always, eh?
You like C.O. Tonkinson?
Tompkinson, he's alright. Although Sevu Reece burned him earlier.
I think if he got his tackling right, he could be a really good player. Tony Brown.
Ugly pass. Ugly pass.
Oh, no.
Half time.
Half time, eh? Oh well. See what happens.
Scott Barrett's getting a lecture from the ref.
I think he might be asking him a question.
Do not agree with the captain's challenge. They are trialling because it will lead to more disputes. He might be right. Or a good excuse for the referee to tell the players to shut up. If Gatland loses every Super Rugby game this year, I hope so, because he does not deserve. Does he deserve to say the Lions? Gatland's not going to be in charge of the Chiefs this year. It's Clayton McMillan, so yeah, he's got a year off to go to the Lions.
He's the coach, and I think when Gatland comes back, he's going to be an assistant.
Good first half, definitely better some other tournaments we've been on. Yeah, it's a good start. That's a pretty good first half. Mitch Hunt, Jay, is kicking for the Landers, and he's missed both of them. France win World Cup will be more beneficial for World Rugby. Agree. Thoughts on Roger Tui versus Sheck? Well, if he has a try at Mitre 10 and then he succeeds, and then he has a try at Super Rugby and he succeeds, then he could try for the All Blacks, but that seems like a bloody big mountain to climb.
Bendy won't climb, but it'd probably be him. He could come in because of injuries and that, eh?
Just Scotland to start for the Lions then. He's got to be the form fullback, surely, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gatland went with Liam Williams. Scotland need to be competitive for the Six Nations for a few seasons and then start thinking about winning the title.
They need to get rid of Italy.
Go on. Italy's growing. Excited about the Trans-Tasman competition as long as they can get it going. New Zealand and Australia are both being a bit cautious with each other's borders at the moment because there's been COVID flare-ups on both sides. But we've just started getting vaccines on both sides as well for our border workers. So hopefully...
we've got a bit of a flare-up at the moment.
Hopefully it'll be all right.
You're surprised we haven't gone back to level 2 or level 3?
I guess they know where it's come from is the main thing.
Yeah.
Is Gatland's son a good player, a future All Black? Nah, he won't be an All Black. He's solid.
He's a good super player.
Yeah.
He had a great Mitre 10. Future All Black? No, they'd have to have a few injuries, I think.
They'd have to have quite a few injuries, yeah.
I mean, I think he could do the job. I mean, Britton Gatland, I think he could do the job, but then we've got a lot of other first fives that can do it too, like Yoshuani, Mitch Hunt.
That's right.
What's that, Caleb Trask? He's pretty good.
Yeah. Alaran, how's it going, man? Who's my Lions 10, Ryan? I don't know. The popular choice is Finn Russell. The unpopular choice is Owen Farrell. You could go bigger. Bigger's all right, isn't he? RugbyPass official, man. It is a great game. And you guys did a good job of getting the broadcast rights for the people in Europe and Asia. Great game. Lions 10 has to be Finn. Alaran, I set the dates up wrong for the live stream. I put it for tomorrow, but I'll do tomorrow as well. This game's going about as expected, says Star Leo.
Cody Taylor.
Is the Blackadder boy Todd Blackadder's son? He is. He is. Yeah, the Landers have come back pretty well in that second half of the first half. Surely Finn. Oh, you never know with Gats, man. Gats would probably go bigger. Jonathan Davis, George North. Just like that midfield that's been named for the weekend. Maitland, what was that? Maitland getting on, Hardy blowing his chance. Send some. We need somebody else, man. Finn is definitely the most inspired choice. I would say you're right. Everyone loves Finn Russell, man. He's such a fun player to watch. Right, ESPN has the halftime stats at run meters 138 to 143, which is pretty even. Possession 62-38, which is dominant for the Highlanders. Territory 65-35, dominant to the Highlanders. But they're behind on the scoreboard. Tim, man, good morning. Just got to work. Sitting behind your desk, getting a bit of 2 cents before you start the day. Good man. Have a cup of coffee before the boss gets in. Nice. Working hard, I see. What's your local club in Auckland? Local club to us here would be Te Papa, eh? The most local club would be Te Papa.
They pulled out of the competition this year.
But yeah, they're not very good.
There's been 5 teams pull out so far.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd probably be Grammar
Carlton.
Grammar Carlton, eh? Or College Rifles.
Yeah.
Penalties conceded is 3-8. I'm just going to turn the light on, people. Run meters beats the 157-10. Yes, I remember that game. Wasn't that Wales? Sun is starting to go down here, people.
Remember the All Blacks won some World Cup game by a big score over Japan? Do you remember that?
Oh, yep.
Where Mark Ellis got about 4 or 5 tries, it was 145 to something.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember that one.
They won by some astronomical score.
How many teams pulled out of club rugby, Gazza? Was
5.
it 5?
Yep.
Jeez, which ones?
East Tamaki, Otahu, Te Papa, Waitakere, Te Papa, Otahu, East Tamaki, and Mount Wellington.
Oh, right.
They, I think they've all become junior clubs.
Okay.
And I think the rugby unions told them that they can either become junior clubs or combine with somebody else, but they just haven't got enough players. They got a lot of social teams.
Right. What game was that 10 run meters, Liam? I think it was Wales. Wales had 10 run meters in one half. I think it was that one, from memory. I got a shocking memory, but yeah, there was one half where one team only had 10 run meters. It was shocking. What's the score? The score is 14-10. Ireland, Wales. Yeah, that's right. First half stats were Wales ran 10 meters for the entire half. It was bad.
They have 10 players.
No, they only ran 10 run meters in the whole half.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was shocking. Nope, it's 1-0, 1-4.
I remember Grammar at Eden Park way back in the club days. They had 5 players ordered off. I think they were playing Ponsonby.
Madness.
That's no bull. They had 5 players ordered off.
Greasy, it's halftime. First half's finished. Adrian says, good morning to you and Gaz from Port Elizabeth. How is it going, Adrian? On the rugby union subreddit, there was an idea about an NFL-style huge league with clubs from all over England, France, Pro 14, South Africa, other places. What do you think about that? Travel is always the factor. You could do some kind of Club World Cup. That's the closest thing you could get. Would be a Club World Cup. Michael says, Highlanders to win. They put the stars on the bench so they don't burn out in the second half. Club teams getting pulled, a number of club changes in the Naki over the years for the same reasons. Yeah, man. It's getting harder because the top clubs seem to get all the good players at club rugby, eh?
Yeah.
And then the other clubs struggle to even fill the one team. Yeah, it's pretty bad. When I first got back from China, you took me to see, was it Rifles in Waitakere? And it was about
124-0.
124-0.
Yeah.
And you looked at the players. The guys from Rifles were like, you know, they wouldn't look out of place on a Mitre 10 Cup field. And the guys for Waitakere looked like they come out the pub.
They had a 42-year-old playing on the wing.
Yeah.
Remember?
They had one guy who was...
A replacement
He
was 42.
One of the props looked like he should have been in sumo, and even the sumo guys would have been like, man, you need to get yourself in shape. Tim is in Manchester, man. How is it going? Appreciate it. In Cape Town. Hope you guys are watching the game if you can. Stan is pumping up the Aussie game now. At least Sky didn't do this all the time. I think Sky started their broadcast pretty early. They started it pretty early. They were doing some pre-game stuff. Do I watch much first 15 rugby? Nah, they put it on Sky every now and again, but I don't watch enough of it.
That's pretty good. They get big crowds, eh?
Yeah, some of the games get more than club rugby, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
they'll get 5,000-10,000 easy.
Kings up against like Auckland Grammar, that'll be a big game. That kind of thing.
Sacred Heart.
Yeah, Sacred Heart.
St. Kennigan's.
St. Kent's, yeah.
St. Peter's.
Yeah, exactly. Working with the EP Elephants today before their game against the Bulls. Ah, true. I don't think that one's on here.
South African rugby hasn't started yet, has it?
They got a new tournament. They're going to
I heard about that.
Yeah, preparation tournament to get the guys ready for the Lions tour and for the Pro 14.
God, is it going to happen?
Yeah, I know. Auckland Grammar is beefing with our school at the moment. Why? What happened? First 15 huckers are next level. That's true. The whole school gets involved. Club World Cup in soccer does not work. Yeah, the Club World Cup in soccer seems like a trophy nobody cares about, right? You got to make it meaningful, otherwise there's no point. Sky in the UK isn't broadcasting this one. Nah, it's with RugbyPass in the UK. Our big game, Morrinsville first 15 versus Matamata first 15. The hits, I believe it. I will believe it. General consensus in New Zealand that Rayleigh and Castle got the rough end of the deal with Rugby AU. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about that one, and people are very divided on Rayleigh and Castle. A lot of Kiwis think that Aussie rugby was set up like a bit of a shambles, and then a lot of people say Rayleigh and Castle didn't do it any favours. So it seems to be going a bit better now, so what can I say? Maybe she wasn't doing a great job. I don't know. I try not to worry too much about the off-the-field stuff, especially the boardroom stuff. That does my head in. Does my head in properly. Trying to see if there's any replacements on the field, and the Highlanders just won a penalty straight away. Will they go for sticks, seeing as they're only 4 points behind? Skulk Ferreira has been with the Kings and Elephants since 2013. Nice. They're going for sticks. When do you reckon we'll see Bryn Hall in an all-black jersey? Or in a black jersey?
He's good enough.
If he moved to the Sharks in South Africa, we might see him in a black jersey. I think that's probably the soonest time we'll see him in a black jersey. I don't think he is there on the pecking order somehow.
I think he's one of the top 6 halfbacks in the country, though.
Yeah, I still don't think he'll get a gig.
Him and Mitchell Drummond.
Yeah.
Aaron Smith.
I am at
Aaron Ara's away. Brad Weber.
41-45 is where I'm at on the game clock. Hard to tell the impact of Rayleigh and Castle was just a fan. Yeah, man, you can't see what's going on behind the scenes, eh?
Isn't Rayleigh Castle, she's the head of sport New Zealand now or something, isn't she?
Something like that.
Yeah. Come on, Mitch.
Do you remember a video where I ranted about Sanzar for like 10 minutes? I know, man. I swore in that video as well. I don't usually swear in videos. Maybe occasionally on live streams, but not in the normal videos.
He's got this. He's got this.
He's nailed it.
He's got it. He's got it.
1 point ball game. Nice. Game on. Mullingar wasn't held at all. I can't see it that way, Ben. You guys have to lose sometimes, please. Give us a chance. Did you hear the rumours that Colby and Itoje could join the Sharks? Are you talking about Sale Sharks or the Sharks from South Africa? Sanzar deserves it, yeah. I like Hall better than Brad Weber. Would love to see him get a shot with the ABs. Yeah, he just doesn't seem to be on their radar, eh? I think if they were going to go next, they'd probably, if he's eligible, I'm sure he is, they'd go Whakatawa. I think next, he would be the next cab off the rank. My pick. Although he probably should play for Tonga.
I don't think he's in the All Blacks yet, though, is he?
Nah. But if he has a good Super Rugby season, I think he'd be a guy that would want to develop.
He's good enough if they had injuries, but
yeah,
they got a lot of experienced guys like Mitchell Drummond and Bryn Hall. They're all good.
Yeah.
Brad Weber.
Yeah.
Come on, Highlanders.
How is the televising of games in New Zealand? Is it pay-per-view? It's all on Sky Sports in New Zealand, which is a not pay-per-view, but it's a monthly paid service. It's relatively expensive, but you do get a lot of rugby. You get, like I know in the UK, if you want to watch like the Pro 14 and the Top 14 and I don't even know if there's a Top 14 deal. The Premiership and the Six Nations is free. But, there's got competitions all over the shop, whereas in New Zealand, it's just one broadcaster has got everything. So it sucks you got to pay.
I see Bowden Barrett and Perenara scored tries in their last game.
Did they?
Yeah.
Have you checked out the top league yet? Can't get it. Dean's asking about the top league as well. I didn't. I saw a little bit. I saw about half of a game. They showed 2 games over the weekend. I saw about half. It was okay, but it wasn't great. Some of the defence was a bit lacking. South African Sharks both signed with Rock Nation, who just invested in the Sharks. Yeah, there is a lot of money going into South Africa with the Sharks, like what happened with the Bulls.
Oh.
Hall's time has passed. I would agree, probably, yeah. Waratahs to win Super Rugby AU. I hope you haven't put any money on it, Rory. I hope you haven't put any money on it.
Who's the Aussie game tonight?
Tonight is Reds, isn't it? Reds and Rebels, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, the Rebels haven't played yet, have they?
No. See you, Greg, man. Cheers, bro.
Mitch Drummond's just come on.
Barrett's team won by like 70 points. Yeah, I didn't see that game. I saw the other one that was like a 1-pointer with Kieran Reid and Michael Hooper. RugbyPass stream is awful. Does use the RugbyPass player cannot start from the start. Is it that bad? That's not good to hear, man. Rebels Reds at Suncorp. Yeah, I thought so, Doramundi. I'll be watching that one. I don't know if I'll live stream it, but I'll be watching it. LaRue's team. Yeah, that's the one I saw. Liam, I saw the first half of that game. LaRue was playing. Who else was in that game? I think LaRue, Hooper, Reed. Damn, there were more as well. Hello from Canada. How's it going, man?
Oh, he dropped it.
Whereabouts in Canada? RugbyPass stream doesn't use RugbyPass player. It's terrible. I've only used RugbyPass on the browser. I haven't used their player, so I'm not sure what it's like. Reds to win AU, I think, is more likely. Colin Slade was playing against the Barretts. Yeah, I think Tavita Lee played in that game. And like Nagare, who used to be with the Sunwolves.
So Tavita Lee's in Japan, eh?
Yeah.
Colin Slade over there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I want to see Brady Retallick come back.
Yeah. We miss seeing him around.
Yeah, the Chiefs are missing him.
What game are you watching? I can't see anything on Sky. Shane, yeah, man. Sky hasn't got the rights over there. But we are watching the Highlanders and the Crusaders, which in your neck of the woods, man, is on RugbyPass. Calgary. So you're a Flames fan, are you?
Ooh.
Oh, I think that's a try.
Oh,
Holy smokes.
holy smoke, that was quick. He's going to check it.
You got to check it, but at a glance, it looked like a try. He was being driven into touch, but he just put his arm down. I don't believe it. TMO call.
He's so quick. Let's have a look.
This is close. Yeah. I know, James. Wow. This is close. It says Liam. It is close.
McLeod made the break.
McLeod makes
Dallas
the break.
McLeod.
They go back the
Awanga.
other way. That pass is all good, I think.
Cody Taylor.
That pass is all good. I think that's a try. Ooh, maybe his foot brushes the whitewash.
Ooh.
That's about as close as it gets.
Was he in the air?
His foot doesn't look to be on the line there. God, it's so close. Oh, this is one I would hate to be a TMO. Oh my God, that's so close. It's unbelievable. You reckon he's out?
I reckon he's out. Yep, he's out.
Yeah, I think he's
not
just
gonna work
out,
out.
but it's
He's
so
out.
close.
It was a good effort though. I think he should have dived a bit more. Nah, that's no try. Can't give that.
Yeah, I don't think you can give it.
You never know.
He's going to give it. Brendan Pickerel says
Ooh, no, it's
it's
James
all good.
Dolman.
Oh, was it Dolman?
Yeah, Dolman on the sideline. Bit lucky for that one, I think. Well, he's given it, so we can't deny it. Oh, sorry, Brendan Pickerel's a TMO, James Dolman's the linesman.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought
Yeah.
they sounded like Pickerel's nasal voice.
Well, yeah, well, it was touch and go on it, so we can't really sort of complain too much.
I do like to think if it's like that close, you give benefit of the doubt to the attacking team.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a talking point.
Now, Dixon said he was out, but that's what he's got to say.
He has missed the conversion. Reese deserved the try, though, for the way he's been playing, but
He's been playing magnificent. For such a small guy, man, he is exceptionally strong. He's an exceptional rugby player.
yeah.
He's very instinctive.
Yeah. They gave it on effort. Lauren says, ooh, that was lucky. That was about as close a call as it gets, man.
Oh, here comes Hugh Renton. Tasman. Lucy.
Ben says definitely the right decision there. 100% good reffing. As a Crusaders man, you'll take that one. That makes up for the penalty earlier.
Solomon Alamalo's gone off and Josh Ioane's gone on.
Okay. Maybe it means...
Frizzell's off and Renton's on.
I think Hunt will go to fullback then, eh?
Probably, yeah.
That's why Japan is such a good gig. Less frequency, less physical, easier on the body, very good for the wallet. Yeah, that's true, Ruben. Although even James Haskell said there's still a few big boys playing in Japan.
A lot of Kiwis playing in Japan.
Here's a lot now. Would France have beaten Scotland if they didn't get COVID? Good question.
Probably would, actually.
They were at home, so you wouldn't doubt them. But Scotland's side is no slouches, man. They got some... I looked at their stats this weekend, and man, or this Friday. And, yeah, pretty nice. One of the Crusaders guys is down. So the Highlanders attacking with a man advantage, although they're throwing the ball to the ground, which is generally not the way you want to play.
Look out, look out.
They've gone 10 paces, but they've gone back about 20 metres. Aaron Smith's going to box kick it. And sure enough, he does. Mo'unga misjudges it totally. It's a scramble for it. Garden Bishop. Inside ball. Mikele Tu'u. Unbelievable. What the hell? Now the Highlanders are all over this. They're 7 metres away. That's come from a bloody aimless box kick that Mo'unga just totally misjudged. But the cross kick is way too big.
Kicked it too far.
Whoa. Unbelievable.
Who was that, Hunt? I think Ioane must have gone a fullback.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think that's Hunt that's playing first 5. Smith's going mad about something.
I think the guys are still not that familiar with the rules. They thought it was a goal line dropout. But because he kicked it dead, it's a 22 rather than a goal line dropout. Yuri, cheers, man.
It's going to take these guys a while to get used to the new rules.
Alaran says, Gaz, why do you think the Mitre 10 Cup teams last season were so streaky, no consistency in many of the squads?
I didn't think their standard of play was too bad, actually.
But why no consistency?
Well, it was Tasman and Auckland in the finals, so that was just about predictable. I think Canterbury, they lost a whole lot of games, and they only stayed up on that last penalty by Jay Hahaki. They had a bad season. Canterbury had a bad season. Tasman and Auckland had pretty good seasons. They had a good season.
Who plays 8 for the All Blacks? Recently it's been Adi Savia and also Hoskin Satutu.
He's captain of the Hurricanes now.
Yeah. But he's playing flanker rather than...
Julian's back.
Good kick. And he's on the wing as well.
Yeah.
Sucks to be North Harbour. 5 wins, 5 losses and still relegated. Yeah, that's true.
They were unlucky.
They were unlucky. Ash Dixon's gone off. Coltman is on. Oh man, Josh Honnock's come on. He's a old school.
Veteran.
He's a veteran. Yeah. He's a veteran, all right. Taranaki
Josh
was...
Mackay's on. He's going to the Glasgow Warriors.
Yeah.
In the Mitre 10 Cup, end of the year. They'll be sorry to lose him because he's real good. I don't know why he didn't get a contract with the Highlanders.
Yeah, he's lightning.
He's real good. I can see why he's going overseas because he knows he's not going to get in the All Blacks.
True enough. He's only like 23.
Yep. The thing about him is he can just about play anywhere in the back line, Josh Mackay. He's got heaps of speed.
Yeah, he's got gas for days.
He's only playing for the Crusaders as injury cover.
Novmum, it is muggy here as well. I'm drinking a nice cold beer because it's very warm. Decent exit from the Crusaders, but they're still inside their own half. What channel is this on? Depends where you are. It's on Sky Sports New Zealand, Stan in Australia, RugbyPass in the UK, rest of Europe, and most of Asia. Supersport Africa. Nothing if you're in North America.
We'll look out.
Yeah, man. Sky don't have it, Shane. If you've got a VPN, Stan's doing a 1-month free trial if you want to watch the games, but it depends if you got a VPN or not. You always think my beer's warm. It comes out the freezer, man. Crisp. Love the Mitre 10, but Super Brew was difficult indeed. You're in France, then RugbyPass would be the official one, mate. Otherwise, same deal with you. VPN and Stan if you want to get it, the 1-month trial for free. Not sponsored by Stan, by the way. I think you still have to sign up with your credit card, but it's one of those deals that if you cancel within the first month, then you get it refunded kind of thing. Top League probably doesn't compare to the physicality of Super Rugby or the Premiership. Yeah, I would agree with that. But James Haskell made the point that you still get flattened every now and again. It's not too much of a cakewalk.
What happened there?
Crusaders are just throwing it under touch. James is in the US doing the VPN into Australia. Solar, the score is 13-19. Excuse the bad handwriting. Are people less excited about Super Rugby Aotearoa this year, or is it the same? I think the build-up's been pretty decent.
Yeah.
The crowd there is pretty good for Dunedin. I think it'll be similar to last year. There'll be a bit of a hype at the start. It'll probably have a little bit of a lull. But the good thing is they've instituted a final this year. So, last year by the second to last round, some of the teams were already dead and buried. The Crusaders had pretty much got it wrapped up. I think in the second to last round, the Crusaders wrapped it up. Crusaders dominate the game. It's been pretty tight, actually. The Crusaders went 14-0 ahead, and then the Highlanders scored the next 13 points. And now it's 19-13, so it's still a good game. Man, penalties conceded is 10-4. Yeah, Mitch Hunt doesn't have big range on his kicks, I don't think. He's got a weird kicking style.
He has, eh?
He just kind of takes a shuffle. He doesn't really put his boot through it, you know what I mean? Chips it. The time is at 56:15. Highlanders have just put a kick through.
A lot of the guys reckon the Mitch Hunt kicks like those AFL players.
Maybe. I don't watch enough AFL to comment.
No, but that's how they reckon he kicks.
Do you have to pay to watch on RugbyPass? Yes, you do. Ooh, Fakatava has come on. He's going to get some proper minutes. I am pleased with this. This pleases me greatly. I was kind of thinking they might bring him on at 75 minutes. The scrums have been pretty dominant for the Crusaders.
I think it's evened up a bit, hasn't it?
Yes. Over weekend Otago, the boozed up students will be rampant indeed. Pre-season Fakatava was all good. Yeah, Fakatava's a good player, man. I think he's from Tonga, right? And he came over here.
Yeah, I think he's Tonga. He plays for Hawke's Bay.
I think he came over here relatively late, so he should be playing.
I don't think he was born here, but I think he was raised over here.
I don't know how long he was raised over here, but
I saw an interview with him. He's quite a character, actually. He's a good halfback, though.
Yeah. I can't remember. I feel like he's one that the All Blacks might end up poaching. Don't know how long. He's born in Tonga. Started playing rugby at high school. Got a New Zealand scholarship. So, yeah.
Oh, did he get a scholarship, did he?
He's the same as Sevu Reece. Got a rugby scholarship. So, he would be a bit of a poach if we picked him for the All Blacks.
He's eligible for the All Blacks, though, isn't he?
Oh, he probably is, because he's been here since high school, so he would be by now.
Yeah.
7:22 a.m. Just opened my eyes. You're sipping a beer. Yep. The sun has just gone down about 45 minutes ago, Luke. Richie's having a bit of an average second half. Yeah, ever since he tried to run it out of his own 22. Whoa, that Crusader scrum, though. That's anything but average. One of the Crusaders guys just lost his pants. Scott Barrett, showing the world a bit more of him than we needed to see. Hans, good morning, man. Matt, yeah, I'm dual streaming to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. What can I say? We can't watch in the UK. You can watch it on RugbyPass, but it's going to cost you £30-something. They got the rights. They announced it about 2 days ago. Good old Earth, yeah, I figured that, but yeah. Good morning, man.
I don't think Scott Robinson would be overly happy with his performance.
What happened to Triple T? He's kind of just never really stepped up to that next level, eh? Have you been watching the cricket? I have not. Not a minute of it, unfortunately. What's happening with the talk of the new stadium for the Crusaders? That never seems to go anywhere.
2024.
With COVID, it'll be delayed even more, I'm sure. They deserve one, though. They got a team for it.
Yeah, they do deserve. They got a new cricket ground.
Their attendance isn't ever that flash, though. For a team that wins that much, maybe the people just get bored of winning. I don't know. Even Ronan O'Gara said that. He's like, you guys have got a team that wins pretty much week in, week out. When they were on that stupid long winning streak, he's like, I can't believe this place isn't sold out. But he's from Munster, where the fans there are crazy.
He's in France now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in France. But yeah, Munster fans support
How's
the
he
team.
doing over there? Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing all right. Jason, man, how's it going? Jonathan, how is it going? The Crusaders are doing okay, but it's been a close game. Close game indeed. Humus and Alice, great
Moanga's
cricket.
been shut down today. Reese has been their danger man.
Yeah, Reese is electric today. He's in proper All Blacks form. Triple T didn't get the playing time. Yeah, that's true. He hasn't had the minutes to develop, eh? Flexion says, morning, my eyes are heavy and you've got a beer. Someone else said something very similar only a few minutes ago. Yep. Richie with the droppy. He's pushed it wide. Jonathan, we are at 61-15 in the game. So we've still got just under 20 minutes to go. Which is the best pitch from all the Super Rugby teams from my vision? I have been to the grounds at Wellington, so the Hurricanes, the Blues, the Chiefs, and the Highlanders. I haven't been to the Crusaders ground. I've been there outside it, but not when a game was on.
It only holds about 14,000, mate.
Yeah, the best one, from my experience, was the Chiefs ground, because it's a proper rugby ground.
Yeah.
Where you can sit very, very close to the ground, like to the players. If you're in the front row, like you could throw your phone and hit the player easily, like you're that close. If you yell, he will hear you and look at you. Like it's great being that close. Unbelievable. Crusaders are going to opt for 3. Not sure about Richie's haircut, to be fair. Maybe that's a lockdown haircut, but the hairdressers are open in New Zealand. A lot of the teams that are incredibly successful have small grounds. Crusaders, Saracens, and Leinster, although Leinster fans do show up in greater numbers in general. Yeah, Irish fans in general. He's missed it.
A lot of guys have trouble kicking at this ground, don't they?
Irish fans in general just seem to be very connected with their teams. I've seen a few people saying why that is.
Oh, here comes Liam Squire.
Ah, Liam Squire is coming on. Oh, is this the comp? Yeah, this is the comp session. This is the first week, the first game of the competition proper. But yeah, they reckon because the Irish provinces were already there when they made professional rugby teams out of them, it wasn't a big shift. But like for Wales, like they had to go from local teams to suddenly regional teams, and that didn't sit well with people. We did the same thing here. The Super Rugby teams are kind of artificial. Like when I was a kid, there was no Blues team, so it's disconnected some fans, that's for sure. Orange Park holds around 20k, also pretty close to the game, Ben, but it's made of scaffolding. I've heard it's bloody cold, although I haven't been there during a game. Being so close reminds me of Newlands. Gonna miss that stadium. The Stormers are moving into their new ground. There's something about the grounds which are ovals which just don't sit so well, man. You're too far from the action. Crowds are very big here in Suva during the Crusaders Chiefs games. Yeah, that's true. I remember that. Big crowd. HBF Park in Perth is okay. You sit very close to the pitch in the front row. That's good as well. I mean, the good thing about being so close is you can see the action really well. But when the action's on the other side of the field, you can't see bugger all. So it's kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Mark is from Munster. I bet you go to the games as well, man. Your fans are crazy loyal.
Oh, he just buckled the scrum.
Oh, that Crusaders scrum is phenomenal.
They buckled behind the scrum.
They only just got the ball out in time. Only cold if you're from up north. I've heard some Cantabrians tell me it gets pretty cold as well, just saying. Remember the first game of Super Rugby Aotearoa last year? Chiefs lost, but the game was really about 1,000 breakdown penalties. Yeah, that game was only remembered fondly because of the last moment Gatland drop goal to win it. The game itself was not that good, but it had drama, so you'd think it was better than it was. What's a kick from E1 there? But no, Moonga has run it into touch, but it'll be a 5-metre line out to the Highlanders. Man. Cabbage Patch, we are. The clock's just gone. They're showing a replay. I'll tell you in a minute. Richie's had too many beers over the summer, says Candy Cane. He's not looking his normal elite self, is he? He's looking a bit rusty. Yeah, rusty. The clock is at 65:24. If you get a corner seat, bring the binoculars. Yeah. Please don't maul it. Do some slick Tony Brown set play. Because the Crusaders, they just eat the maul for breakfast. Ireland had local clubs too, but they were always having tournaments every year as the provinces every year in the amateur days. Okay. They're mauling it, and guess what? They're going backwards. There was 5 metres out, now they're closer to 10. Maul was not the option here. How long have you guys been watching the Crusaders? Okay, maybe they're back to 5 metres now. They're getting the backs in there. Oh my goodness, the whole Highlanders team is in that maul. Oh, the hands are close to dropping it, but they haven't. They've got it 4 metres out from the Crusaders line. They got advantage as well. 5 phases they've gone. Little chip kick through.
No.
Somebody's claiming it. Goodness me, it's all over the shop. Who knows what's going on? I was at the Force Brumbies last weekend, was 4 rows back from the pitch. Must have been a pretty good view.
James Dolman saying a lot.
They're going to TMO this.
What's he having a look at? He's just done the big square.
They're going to check and knock on. We'll have to see what happens in the replay. They're going to first go back and look at a ruck that was phases ago. They checked that Tompkinson didn't knock it on. He didn't knock it on. He just bobbled it. But they want to check at the base of the ruck. Did Fakatava knock it on? That looks fine. Play on. Maybe this ruck. Looks fine. Play on. Maybe this one. Again, looks pretty fine. Ioane with the kick through. And did anybody ground it from the Crusaders, or did the Highlanders guy ground it? You can't see from that angle. You can't see nothing. Yolo doesn't hate the Crusaders, but would like to see them lose for once. They're going to go back and check this ruck from ages ago. There's feet touching it, but there's nobody's knocking it on with their hands, right?
You only pushed it through.
I live close to the Ellis Park but prefer Loftus. Much better area. Both rugby stadiums are close to the game though. Yeah, proper rugby grounds. They're made for rugby. Those dual purpose grounds, which are like cricket grounds, are pretty hard. Oh, they're going to say there's a clear knock on at the base of the ruck, so they'll go back for advantage. Back for the penalty for collapsing the maul. I wouldn't have called that a knock on, but then again, I am not an international or a Super Rugby level ref. That would have been a try as well because the Crusaders guys didn't force it. Wow. I hate Canterbury rugby teams and my dad played for them in the 80s. Man, that's tough.
Where's Tim? Where's my mate Tim from Manukau, Brisbane, Australia?
You mean Big Will?
Big Will, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
Haven't heard from him.
He's probably at work. I think the Highlanders have knocked it on, but they're going back for another penalty. The Crusaders better watch these penalties in the red zone. Craig, man, how's it going? Morning, folks. Beautiful day in sunny, frosty South Devon. Can't stay for long. Got to make hay while the sun shines. Is that Gary's dulcet tones you hear behind the camera? Craig says hi, Gaza.
G'day.
That's him. Highlanders desperately need to score here. The pressure is all on the Crusaders. They've gone for another line out. They're mauling it again. The maul's going backwards again.
It's a mess.
It's messy as. I think it's going to be a turnover to the Crusaders. Yep. Generally speaking, man, mauling against the Crusaders is not a good idea.
I think Scott Robertson might be happy with his performance, so.
Yeah, that was always going to be tough.
I think the only team that can really compete with the Crusaders at mauling time is the Blues. To be honest.
Captain for the Highlanders, not too bright. Honestly, man, like, I don't know if you guys remember when the Lions made a few Super Rugby finals in a row, but the Lions had they scored so many tries from the maul. Malcolm Marx was unstoppable. He was getting tries for fun. And then they played the Crusaders. And the first few mauls, the Crusaders were rock solid. And it was like, all right, Lions, you guys need to switch to plan B. Yeah.
And they lost.
They lost, all right.
Lions lost.
Moonga has to kick it for touch from his own end goal. And he gets it just beyond the 22. So they're about 30 metres out from their own line. The Highlanders will have another crack. Crusaders, kings of the maul and scrum. Basically, Ben, man. Yep. If you think you're going to go and face the Crusaders and get maul tries, even if it's from 5 metres, I don't think that's a great plan. As a Lions fan, yes, I remember those games very well, says Liam.
See, Solomon Amalo's joined Southland.
Mm.
He's got his brother playing down there.
That's right. He's a proper Southland man now, playing for the Highlanders and for the Stags. Come on, Highlanders. You're a Tony Brown team. You need to have some special tricks.
No.
The horrible line out, and they've knocked it on. It's a shambles.
Here we go.
It's poor, people. It's poor. Come on, Landis, says Tama. I agree. Come on, Landis. Get another try.
We're in a kicking contest at the moment.
Stan has a split screen with the Reds arriving at the ground. We are not having that service here. What minute are we on? We're on 69:15. Can't believe Ireland didn't approach Scott Robertson about the head coach role. He should be pretty hot property, man. He got an interview for the All Blacks. A lot of Kiwis would have liked to see him get the job. Crusaders haven't had a lot of ball in the second half, eh? Highlanders could have had the lead with all those penalties if they took their threes. Yeah. The Monumental Stadium here in BA has space for 75,000 and last year began to remove the track. Yeah, get rid of the track, man. You don't need the track. The track separates the fans from the action. And missed conversions is right, man. It's less than 10 minutes to go. We're at 70 minutes and almost 30 seconds. Does this game give me more or less hope as a Blues fan, says Ruben? More? I'm hoping the Blues will
will beat the Hurricanes, don't worry.
We should be at a good level, I think. We've got about 9.5 minutes to go. It's a stoppage and play at the moment. The thing about the Crusaders is they can have a shocker and still come out on top. That's what you say about the best teams. The best teams, like there are inconsistent teams that can beat anybody on their day. But the best teams, even when they play bad, can still win most of the time. No copyright strikes, Alaran. No, not yet, man. I kept the title of this video relatively vague. Crusaders have a chance to launch an attack from their own half. They are just crossing the halfway line now. If they score next, I think this game is done. Whoa, they're into the Landers 22. And there's a penalty. What happened there? Highlanders offside. Okay, back for the penalty. The biggest rival for the Blues, traditionally Auckland and Canterbury, so Blues and Crusaders are big rivals. But the Blues have been bad for a number of years, so I wouldn't even think the Crusaders would consider us a big rival. We probably consider them our biggest rival, but it's probably not mutual. Maybe the Chiefs in terms of geography. Crusaders at the Melbourne Storm of Union. They play lackluster and still run out winners. Yeah, there's been lots of teams like that throughout history, right?
I think the Reds will beat the Rebels tonight.
You reckon?
Yeah.
They should do. They're big favourites. They are big, big favourites. 8 minutes to go. What do you think of the Blues' chances this year? I am cautiously optimistic, man.
Yeah, so am I. If they don't win it, they'll be runners-up, I reckon.
Hopefully they make the final. This is going to be a try to the Crusaders. Absolutely. Maul try, and it's over. That's how you do it, Highlanders. That's how you score a maul try.
Back's coming in. This game is gone.
This game is done. Brodie McAllister, eh? His first ever try.
For the Crusaders, he's got a few for the Mitre 10 Canterbury Cup team.
Yeah. Is there any relation to Luke?
No, I don't think so.
Crusaders Hurricanes final, says Chris.
Nah. Hurricanes are going to finish bottom this year, I reckon.
I
reckon the Chiefs and the Blues will... the Chiefs will do a lot better this year.
Could say the Blues pushing the Crusaders all the way
Yeah,
in
they'll
the
push
close final.
He's got that. This game is over. This game is gone, man. Is that a bonus point? 4 tries?
Nah, it's the other rules.
8?
You got to get 3 more than your opponent.
3 more, yeah. I keep thinking about the old rules.
Is that how you spell McAllister? I'll fix it later. That's game over, people. Highlanders need to score to get back within bonus point territory. I think that's all they can target.
They're going to kick it? Yep.
Chiefs back-to-back wooden spoons. You reckon?
They got a runner.
Come on, Highlanders. I'm honestly a bit disappointed how many times they tried to maul. I mean,
Yeah.
Tony Brown. I don't know. I would have thought they would have had some tricks up their sleeve.
I don't know why they're trying to outdo the Canterbury 8 because they've got some of the best forwards in the country.
How does he get ahead of Rob Thompson? Rob Thompson has left. He's gone to Japan. Yeah, that's probably why he gets ahead of Rob Thompson.
He went over last year.
Yeah. There goes your Super Brew margin. I picked the Chiefs or the Crusaders by 13, so just saying, if it stays like this, I'm looking pretty clever. But it probably won't. Why is Forsyth Bar not sold out? Don't know. They very rarely sell them out.
They very rarely sell them out. You got to get an All Black game to sell them out.
Don't know how, as I'm a Crusaders fan, I don't really hate any of the clubs. It's hard to hate them when you beat them all the time. You probably feel sorry for them. Millennials don't go to rugby games. Otago Uni has changed since I was last there burning couches. I'll bet, man. I think they need to make the fan experience better, honestly. If you want to get crowds there, like I go to Eden Park and the experience is not great. Like I go there because I like watching rugby. But if you were a casual fan and you want to be doing like social media, like, I don't know, Instagramming stuff while you're there or eating good food, like it's not a place to go. Crap food, which is expensive. Long queues. I don't think they got free Wi-Fi. Like, there's a lot of stuff not to like about going to Eden Park. I go because I like the rugby. That's not enough for a lot of people. Yeah, Will Jordan had to pull out, Tom. Thank you, Giro, for
Bruce Ribs.
the update on that one.
It was a precautionary measure, I think.
Yeah. As Gazza was saying before, he probably could have played if it was an important game, like a final.
If it had been a final, he would have played. He said that. was a final, semi-final, he probably would have risked them. But it's not worth it being the first game of the competition.
Going to games is way too costly for the average fan. You're right, man. Honestly. If you get some hot chips, a few beers,
And a
Coke, the game ticket, like you're looking at $100 easy, more. It's expensive, man. Really expensive.
We better look out.
Yeah, you go because you like the game, like me. But yeah, a lot of people are pretty casual fans, man. They want to just have a fun day out. They're not necessarily that fussed about going to support their team kind of hardcore. Wicked bounce on that kick. Please don't score. My Super Brew margin needs it to stay at 13. Come on, Highlanders defense. Keep them out. Held up. Bloody hell. AY, man, how is it going? Lataro, man, no worries, man. Have a good night. It's just 8:50 here in New Zealand in the night, so not too late.
I think it's going to be a dropout.
Yeah. The Highlanders will be happy it's a dropout, not a scrum, honestly. If this was a 5-metre scrum, they would be in deep trouble.
Well, they almost gave it away there. They were lucky.
That one actually works for them pretty well. And David, you're right. Sky Stadium is trying to do craft beer, which is a good change, but still. Steven says, watching in the UK, Sky TV lost coverage. Yeah, I think it's on RugbyPass, which is going to cost you like 30 odd quid for the competition. Especially if you got kids, they get bored. Exactly, man. I can't take my kids to the rugby. No way. Come on, Highlanders. Hold them out, please. Don't let them get a bonus point try.
Oh, look out. He's dangerous, eh?
Might have been a high tackle from Tompkinson. Highlanders are going to keep running it because they want a bonus point as well.
Go, Dixon. Fakatava's played all right since he came on.
Yeah. We've got 20 seconds left on the clock, people. It's been a pretty good start to the season, but it's all too familiar with the Crusaders. Thank goodness for Super Sport holding on to Aotearoa. I know what you mean, man. Clock is up. Go, man.
Go, Nariki, go.
Go, Jonah Nariki.
Back him up, back him up. Go, Nariki.
He's beating his man on the outside. Oh, Fakatava's been taken out without the ball. Has he? The ref says he dived. Maybe. And it's a penalty to the Highlanders.
That was a good run by Nariki.
How much is a ticket over there? You pay £35 for
the
Gloucester. They've been shocking. It depends, but anywhere between 25 and $50 probably, depending on what grade of ticket. Yeah. If you convert the currency, it's probably cheaper than what you pay. Cynical. But I think Fakatava did go down like he was assaulted. Even if it was just an arm, he did go down pretty bloody easy.
Could be yellow card there.
The push was blatant, but the fall was
Hollywoodish.
Extravagant. Let me put it that way.
Hollywoodish.
But if you're going to lay a hand on him, he's got the right to go down like a sack of spuds, right? Yellow. I'm probably not going to do the next game on live stream. My back gets whacked on this chair for too long.
I got to go for the corner.
Fakatava is smart. That's because of the hairdo.
He's had a good game since he came on, mate.
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
Come on, Mitch.
So the Highlanders are kicking for touch.
And they need a converted try for a bonus point.
They do.
They need a try.
Yeah, I think they need a converted try, don't they? Do I know who's showing Super Rugby Australia in the UK, Felicia? Nobody yet, man. Nobody's got the rights yet. Are they going to maul it? Honestly, I don't think it's a good idea. They're going to... Oh, nah, here's the move we've been waiting for. Oh, they've knocked it on.
No, he's giving them a penalty.
Oh. The game is still not over. I thought it was over, but they've gone back for an advantage.
I reckon they should tap it and run it.
Ronnie, it is at 81-13, so we're already into the red. Mark, yeah, finally they showed us the move we've been waiting for, but they just couldn't keep their handling. The uni students are loving it, that's for sure.
Come on, Mitch, make it an accurate kick. Yep.
But like I said, Scott Barrett shouldn't be touching them. That's why he went down like a sack of spuds, but boy did he go down like a sack of spuds. So I'll leave that there. I'm sure I'll mention it in the review later.
No, get it out, get it out.
They're mauling it and it's going backwards. Use it once as the call.
Come on, give it the Fakatava.
Use it. Here we go. Highlanders. They got numbers.
Go!
Acres of space. I swear he could have made the corner. Why did he try to go on the inside?
Oh, come on.
I
Go with him, back him up, back him up.
swear he had space to make that corner. What? He tried to beat them on the inside. Cross kick. Oh! And Squires knocked it on. What a shocker.
Oh, shit. That was a 5 points there, man, waiting.
The cross kick. The man for the corner. Neither worked. Well, it's a pretty cracking game to start the season, folks. Pretty good. But why the hell? Why the hell didn't the Highlanders score there? Was that Garden Bishop? I'm sure he had space to go for that corner.
He should have had a go.
When you saw the angle, he had acres of space. If he pins his ears back and just goes, maybe because he thinks they need the conversion, maybe he didn't want to go for the corner, I don't know. Tony Brown looks pretty pissed off. Ah, man. Anyway. There we go, folks. First game of Super Rugby is done. Super Rugby Aotearoa, that is. I reckon we probably do the other game tomorrow for the Blues and the Hurricanes. So, we'll see how that one goes. But for now...
Blues will win.
Yeah, my Super Brew is looking pretty good. You guys all take care. And, yeah, I'll see you guys for another... Hopefully tomorrow. If you guys are about, I'll set up another one for tomorrow. All right. See you guys. Have a good one.